and senior. Are the teachers here? Where are the teachers? Where are they? You're not proud of yourself? I think if you all stand up and give these teachers a resounding round of applause, a standing ovation for a public school to create this kind of output for teachers of a public school, to give us young, dynamic, inspiring youths like Emily Powell and his team. I can tell you I'm deeply proud of you and your team and your teachers and your school. I'm repeating it again. Natri Kunda, Sabally, upper and senior school. God bless you. You are the very best of the best of the best. But keep it up. Never let that flag come down, because the sky is the limit. I can honestly say I may not be the best poet in this country, but I know a little bit about poetry in this country. After editing and launching several volumes of poetry in this country, I was privileged to be Director General of DFTS when we launched the first ever public poetry slam competition in this country with Patumolushi and Co. broadcast live on national TV. Since then, there has been an explosion of performance poetry in this country, and I am proud of all the young people from our champion Cham down to the most recent champion of the poetry slam. I am proud of all of them. But what happened here today, from the where's the computer? I want to see that flyer because I think it's quite inspiring. Where's the flyer? By the way, I must recognize the presence of my delegation base, the legendary 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒆𝒍 Sabally Mabali ice cream, Buga Don Simon. She's here with me. Farsila is here. Khadija Mane just left. Carl Ture is here. Our brother, the Honorable Lamin Mavs, he's not here, but he sends his greetings. Of course, he sent his contribution as a patron and a guest of honor on this formidable platform. He's also a champion of youth development in this country. But I was talking about this flyer here. I've not seen any flyer like it, but the name given to this event itself is a poem. Poetry cinema. Who's ever heard anything named poetry cinema in this country? Not even in America. I've never seen it anywhere. And it's poetry cinema because one of my role models, my inspirers, the legendary American poet, philosopher, and essayist Ralph Waldo Emerson, says that a poem does not even need to be long because every single word was once a poem. Poetry itself is a poem, but cinema right here and the decorations here, rooted in our tradition and culture, gives me hope that the Gambia has a bright future. With young people of this country thinking positively, behaving positively, loving their country, loving each other, supporting each other, like all of you came here to support this one young man. I know you'll do it for another person in poetry, you'll do it for another person in prose, you'll do it for Musa Lakababa, you'll do it for Adam Abaro, you'll do it for our basketball stars, our volleyball stars, and this country will rise because my title is The Poor Gambia. That's what you said, right? ML, don't interrupt my guest. He's my guest on stage. Don't interrupt him, don't interrupt him. He's supposed to be my principal audience. You asked me to speak about the poor Gambia. How many of you believe that Gambia is poor, by the way? They are all from, all those who believe Gambia is poor, they are from Kiang, because it's the poorest region of this country. They don't even have a proper market. How many people believe that Gambia is rich? How many people believe that Gambia is rich? They are also police because they love scholarship money. But anyway, when you look at what we the economists call gross domestic product, that is the compilation of economic activity in numbers, you can say that Gambia is among the least developed countries, and because of that Gambia is poor. Our children are not well fed, our education sector is suffering, our health sector is suffering under Dr. Mohamed Lamin Samate, and yes, I said it, our health sector is suffering under Dr. Lamin Samate. None of these sectors are performing at their true potential. If that is your measure, and material wealth, then yes, Gambia is poor. But I believe that poverty, more than the acquisition of material wealth, poverty is a mindset, it's an attitude. And as the great 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 would put it, he says, it is your attitude, more so than your aptitude, that determines your altitude. So I mean, I'm going to disappoint you. I'm not going to focus on poverty, because yes, Gambia is poor. The very image of that young person sitting on that unused motor car tire is a sign of poverty. The house that is being knocked on to get in is not the best house in town. It looks like the house of the Albralo of Kian Keneva, or Kian Sankani, sorry, Sankani. So if you look at all these material elements, you may say the Gambia is poor, but wallahi, I refuse to believe that the Gambia is poor. I believe that the Gambia is innately rich, and the Gambia has the potential to be one of the richest countries in the whole world, richer than Qatar, richer than Dubai, richer than Singapore, and I know that can happen. I know that can happen, because those countries, what does Dubai have that Gambia does not have? We have the water, we have fertile land, we even have petroleum in the billions of barrels in this country. But what's happening? We are not utilizing it properly to invest in the young people of this country. And it is the young people of this country that can bring out that innate richness of this country, so that we'll be another shining star in the community of nations. But you, the young people of this country, you are the ones who are going to have the verdict as to whether Gambia is rich or poor. Because I know we have petroleum. In the next couple of years, we will extract that petroleum and sell it at the world market. But that money from the petroleum will only benefit us if we have a government that is sincere and honest and not corrupt. And it's your responsibility to put in a government that is sincere and honest. So if you don't have an honest government, you cannot blame anybody, you blame yourself. Next election, most of you will be voting, and you vote for the right candidates. Away from the petroleum and the material wealth on the earth here, our culture, our tradition can make us millions and billions of dollars. How many of you, by the way, what's the name of the girl in the skit, the girl who killed the other man, what's her name? Where is Mai? Is Mai here? Is Maimuna here? If you look at the talent that Maimuna has, and you look at the talent that all of those actors and actresses have here, how many of you have watched the movie called The Woman King? How many of you have watched it? The Woman King. Don't you think that Maimuna can act in a movie like that? How many of you believe she can act in a movie like that? So in the next 10 years, Maimuna can be a millionaire in dollar terms, because she has the talent, she has the energy. Please, Maimuna, take my number, so that when you go to Hollywood, you will send me some dollars by Western Union. I think it's a give I round of applause. I'm really proud of you. And the entire cast, all of them are richly talented. You know, what's the name of the other movie where Chadwick was acting? Chadwick acted in the movie. Black Panther. Black Panther. All those actors and actresses are millionaires. If we have 100 millionaires in this country, who will be poor in this country? know how many stories are in our culture that we can produce into world-class movies and sell it for millions and billions of dollars? There's no end to it. Even in Kiev, we have rich stories. Talk about Badiouga, we have multiple rich stories. Even the Sabalis have stories that they can put into motion pictures that they can sell to the world. For God's sake, we have a story in the history of 𝒂𝒄𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍. But even that the Senegalese have stolen it from us, sometimes when the tourists come, they tell them that Gambia is inside Senegal and Senegal get those stories stolen because we don't have the right leadership to inspire you guys and lead you into that millionaire nation that this country is destined to be, that this country will be. Inshallah, the Gambia will never ever remain in the poor state that we are, because I have a trust and confidence in all of you, and I hope and I pray that you will use your mindset. Be focused in school, respect your teachers, do some research into your culture, and use your creative instinct and energy like he did to create more and more platforms like this. Do you know how many songs are in our culture, Gambian culture? How many songs? Who can tell me how many songs do we have? Do you know that some of these Western, there's a guy, it's a Tuba guy who came and he was playing with 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 last December. He's playing this song for 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 and he's making millions out of it. How much did 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 make out of that? Nothing. And all of these cultural heritages can be repackaged and marketed on the global platform, and even the tax money that can bring into this country can raise this country to the next level. But ako ni sano ke mulo ko na rata musu ko mala na lesu ko mala na ba mulo ni sano ba ko na rata musu ka mulo ma lo mo ne sano la palo roti so ila ado ni la chosan so ni ma lo memu woti ni ma wala kuma ya lo ni dunia ko na me ya lo ko be economy mentor to ba bol ka for the information and knowledge economy. If you don't understand your cultural heritage, other people will come and make millions out of you while you be remaining in that abject material poverty. Do you know that Nigeria is one of the most blessed countries in terms of crude oil? But is Nigeria rich? Nigeria is not rich because the mindset is not there to transform that crude oil into tangible wealth that can be enjoyed by the young people of Nigeria. Gambia, I think we have so many lessons to learn around the world, from here down to the Middle East, down to the West, down to the Nordic countries, and the young people of this country. Smart and intelligent, like the beautiful students of 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒂, Sabally, and 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. Wallahi, I have the trust and confidence in you people that if you go to Sabally, a small body boy from Lamin can go to public schools, St. Peter's Primary, St. Peter's High, go to a university, go to the World Bank, IMF, Harvard University, Georgia State University, Central Bank of England, Central Bank of Switzerland, you name it. I've been to all of those places. Sat down and wine and dine with kings and queens and presidents. If I can do that, and during my time I was not able to do something like this at secondary school, I think you students of 𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂, and senior secondary school, you can rise even higher than that, and then no country will be richer than this country. Congratulations and thank you.